When I think about the women individually, I would say that the people that were putting the effort in most honestly were Morgan and Megan. They were the two that had the most contact with me. They were the two that continued to ask me questions and say, how do I fix this? And this is my issue, and how do I fix that? And that showed effort to me.
The time that we all spend together as a group is going to be used for us to look at how your friendship is impacting your weight loss.
During our second group therapy session, I tried to get Shana to open up and examine what had happened between her and Jesse at the gym.
100%.
She started to get upset, and I was very surprised at the reaction of her friends. Rather than to try and get her to see what she had done wrong and what had really happened so that this wouldn't happen again, instead they began showering her with compliments about her progress and leading her down a path of trying to cheer her up instead of trying to fix her for the long term.
We know you're trying the hardest. Seriously.
It's hard when no one else does, though.
If Shana and I were alone at that moment, I would have been able to comfort her a little bit more, which I think she actually needed. But I also would have found a delicate way to have her see that this is a learning experience, that what happened between her and Jesse is something she could look at and use to improve her future, instead of something she needs to look at as a mistake or a problem or a conflict.
I think part of what's difficult about the situation is that it wasn't yelling, it was criticism. And in this case in particular, it was a hot button issue for Shana.
Lydia actually tried to let Shana know what she saw took place with her and Jesse. And I view it as if she had her hand slapped. Shana got upset, and so Lydia's response was to retreat instead of to try to connect with Shana in a way of saying, look, I'm trying to help you. She retreated and connected in a way of saying, don't worry about it, you're fabulous, everything's okay. If I was alone with Lydia, first of all, I'd want her to see what happened with her in that experience, because my guess is that that's what Lydia does in her life wherever she goes. Somewhere along the way, she learned that if she reaches out to somebody to try and help them and doesn't get the right response, that she needs to flip and cover over it and be nice instead of continuing on the path of helping the person.